Now, this is my fleet. So. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back. It is Saturday. It's supposed to start raining, snowing, doing something, as you see right here. It says drizzle starting in 25 minutes. So yeah, we're not actually gonna get any snow. 3 o'clock it says we might get some snow, but it's supposed to be over 35 all day. So pretty handy. I forget what this app is called. Hyperlocal weather. So it tells you precipitation throughout a day. So our weather actually looks halfway okay. 42 on Tuesday, 50 on Friday. So I'll be washing equipment on Friday, but we're gonna get some things moved around. I'm gonna get that chopper tire aired up. I gotta get around to fixing that, and then I gotta move this first truck because you'll see it sticks out like anything. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll get a little bit done before the weather gets bad. So as you see, I stick way out when it's parked down here. It's slightly longer than the white truck, but we're just on the corner. So I'm gonna move everything down so that this is not in the way of the milk truck driver getting in and out. And then that will make it a lot better. So we'll have to unload all this stuff. Yeah, it buzzes till you get over 90, so. Ooh, almost wanted to go. There we go. A little chilly. So you got your throttle here. Leave it throttled up a little bit. We'll get the 7520 started up in our mud hole of a situation. So people have asked me why I do not. Is this tire flat? No, it looks okay. Why I don't have gravel, things like that. It's because I do not. How it's all worked out, my father being the person that actually leases the farm, then I have all my stuff. I would love to go build a shop and have a nice access area and have all my stuff somewhere. That might come at some point, but that's also very expensive. This tire is actually still good. So we'll get this started up, and then we got to put buckets on everything if it's gonna rain. Well, just on this and the chopper. I still got to get the exhaust piece for this. So. People say, oh, that's not good having it throttle all the way up. That's how those pumps are. I guess you can kill it a little bit and try to get it started, but that's how the pumps are. They throttle up and then they come back down. And then you take this one off and you can get right in there. Hell yeah. So a lot of people have asked me, it's a stainless tank. It does have the actual air brakes, so that's always a plus. I thought there was no baffles. I thought it was all one, but no, there's baffles. There's a baffle right there, which means there's got to be another one behind us. At some point we'll pop this cover right off and go in. figure out how to latch all this stuff. There we go. And then it pushes down. So that's cool. At least we don't have to weld baffles. Yeah, it's longer than that one, but it's still better than some of those 40-foot ones. I think it's 33 total, and it's going to sit lower, as you see, compared to my other tank. I'll park them side by side, we'll compare, but the plan is to put a nurse boom on like that one. Either we're going to build one, buy one, find one. So all of this stuff in the back gets out. This piping all gets moved. That's just an overflow from here, so we'll seal this hole up. We'll put a trap door like that on the side here. I don't know how much of this is structural. Maybe we'll have to put it right in the middle in this spot. I guess we'll see, but we'll make it taller so that we have less splashing. We won't have to put doors because the tank's lower. So that holds 54, but as you see, it's sloped, and where we're filling down there, I can get like 5,000 in it. This one I should be able to fill completely. It's 5,000 with 5% expansion, which works out to be 5196. So yeah, I actually like this ladder. Got one in the front too. I'm probably not gonna keep it camo. I haven't really decided if we're just gonna paint it a flat color or if we're gonna paint it something. I kind of thought about, so all of this stuff is coming off. Like none of that we're saving, we're not keeping it on here. I might keep these because they are handy. So these actually go underneath the jack, underneath the legs of the jack. But I thought about seeing if I can polish this tank and then painting the fenders to match the truck. So it'll be a polished tank with red fenders. That's kind of what I thought about. I don't know. And then we leave the wheels black, or we could paint them gray or silver to match, and it would look cool. This is a winter project. I've never polished anything. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but that was one of my thoughts yesterday. I don't know about polishing stainless. I know you can do it. I guess I gotta look into it. It would take some time, definitely take some time, but it would look cool. That with Duffy Ag up the front of it. I don't know, just an idea. So people are saying I should say how to shift this thing. So what we got, you got your gear range 1 through 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here, you got to slip. It's technically got to be in a gear before you can slide it in. So up and to the right, that is low. You only run low in first, and then you can switch to high or direct, which is backwards. So down here, but when you let the clutch out, it actually slides all the way in. So now we're in, we're up in there, or over and up. Right there is reverse, and then you got 1 through 5 in reverse, because 1 is extremely slow. So we got that. That's pretty much it. But all yesterday, low will be really nice for field spreading manure, because, well, let me show you low. Yeah. Slow, easy going. We gotta talk to the guys about what we're gonna do with a pump on this transmission. Some of them had a gear in it, some of them don't. I like this transmission so far. But we'll call down to the boys and we'll say, hey, this is what we have, and they'll say, this is your options. It's gonna be another Gemini pump because the other ones lasted so good, or been so good, and that's what really is meant for hauling manure. I gotta get myself turned around. Well, I was gonna use this truck, but this is all rusted inside and I can't actually push it in to lock anything in, so We're gonna have to put a new end on this, which is disappointing. So I did make sure there was no air in the bottom, which there was, or no water in it. So we're actually good there. I guess I'll bring the white truck over and we'll hook up to that. Yeah, I got to do something. So this tire is actually split out down here, the tube inside of it. I don't know if they'll put a new tube in it. I'm probably gonna end up using the tire jet. It's in the cab. I didn't put it in yet because I just wanted to make it through. Wanted to have it to make it through down there, but alrighty, I'll move this out of the way again. Giving it some juice, giving it some air. The reason why I gotta give it some juice is one of these batteries is actually dead from when we had alternator charging issues when the belt was loose, and one battery doesn't like holding it, so that's why it will run and run and run, and then all of a sudden it won't work anything, but it's been charging good. So I gotta test the batteries. We're gonna do tire on it. We're gonna do both tubes or take tires off or do something, but yeah, it's okay. We got more figured out. We're gonna be good for next year. So got that doing that. It's starting to spit snow, which I'm not excited for. This has to get washed down. Everything has to get washed down except for the new setup. So I'll move this over. And the idea is I'll park the other truck right here. I gotta move these blocks out of the way. I use them for landing gear and everything else like that. It looks really sloped right now, the tanker, but we're sitting up on the hill. I backed it as far in. We're gonna have to get some American flag mud flaps for this one, match everything else. Yeah, I'm really excited for this tanker, and it does look like something from Convoy or Mad Mack, stuff like that. People have been running that. I agree. I really want to find a use for this pump, or at least the motor part. We'll figure something out. I could take this motor off and put it on the auger and run it directly, but everything I have is going to have a wet kit. You do see that quite a bit on the fertilizer stuff, because they got trucks that don't have wet kits or a farm hooks up. But I don't know anything on it. Onan motor. It doesn't say any horsepower, it doesn't say anything. Yeah. But you can see when it turns real sharp, it grabs onto those areas, which I think that's part of the frame actually of the tanker. So yeah, these fenders might have to get done up. I don't know if I'm going to get a set of floaters for this or not. It would be nice. Somebody has already reached out and said, hey, I got a set, let me send you some pictures. They're just expensive for what they really are, but I don't know. We'll have to see how this truck gets along in the mud. I have a feeling these tires are going to do really well because they're very similar to the tires that are on that dump wagon, and they always seem to float really well. We had a spare tire that wasn't the same style as this, and it would sink on that tire. So hopefully these are actually, they've grown on me. So this is a 74. It's an RD. It has an early 300. That's why there's actually the cowl up on the front there. So it's got, what is it called? It's like a twin turbine kit. This one is the same layout, except it's an 86. It's an RU. That's why the cab sits off to one side. So RU, it's also a 300. Wow, I should know. Twin turbine. So both of them have pretty much the same layout. This one's a little further along in technology than that one. And this one's not nearly as clean as that truck. That truck is really clean, other than, like I've said multiple times, this corner. But we're gonna get that fixed up. So we're gonna do something good there, right? But you can see Golden Bulldog. Somebody was right. The early version, it means it's a Mack Sedan engine. The later versions, it means it's all Mack. As you see, this hood needs a little washing. But so there's actually like a turbo in here, is what they actually consider it. And that's where all the whistle comes from this. So this is an intercooler for that side of it that then feeds over to the other turbo. But as you see, there's a lot more wiring, stuff like that, than on this one. And I did put these rags in here so that it didn't rub. As you saw, it started rubbing previous owner. I just didn't want to, these hoods are expensive. So I did that on both sides as we left. I'm gonna need two hands to take that out. Well, we'll pop it up. So same general concept, motor to motor. I forget what this one's actually rated at. Yeah, it's down behind there. Well, I'll grab that rag and, ooh, it's up top. I think I got one in the cab. But yeah, this one's way cleaner. I thought I had a rag in here. So this one, right on here, advertised horsepower at 1900 RPMs is 315, whereas this one is, oh, it gets a little dirty. Advertised horsepower, it's up on the right, at 2100 RPMs is 283. So same general motor, just slightly different technology, a lot less wiring on this, which, as you guys know, I don't like wiring. We could probably clean some of this up and make it a lot less, maybe at some point there, but we're gonna get this all figured out first, and get it wired up right how I'd like it to be, and then fix that, put a wet kit on, and away we'll go. Frickin' birds. Yeah, they're just making a mess. Well, let's start. A little angry. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and admire everything. So, trying to think back, 5 years ago, I had nothing farm related. I think I bought my pickup truck just about 5 years ago. Now, this is my fleet. So, yeah. 1970s and 80s, and well, the chopper's a 90, but farming. I'm sure some people are gonna wonder why I made this video of me just moving stuff around, but I did actually have to move because that truck was over here, so it's stuck way out. And the milk truck can't make the swing and things like that, so moved it for the Daves. Plus I wanted to move the chopper away from the edge because as everything runs off, it just hits the chopper. The disc should really get moved too. But we are all lined up, looking good, which is awesome. Pretty excited. So yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. So appreciate you guys watching along. Let me just goofing off and whatnot today, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't actually snow. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, dropping comments. Tell me the things I'm doing wrong, right, memories. Really excited to have this tank in. So have a good one. See you on the next one. I came home and there was a box here from Shelburne Farms, which I know what Shelburne Farms is. So opened it up. Jeremy Bassett, I appreciate you watching along. Sent me some cheese. So we got tractor cheddar, Shelburne Farms, a cheese to keep your engine running, strong and unique flavor that vary from batch to batch. So excited for that. And then we got Shelburne Farms smoked cheddar cheese, handmade from our raw milk in Shelburne Farms, or Shelburne, Vermont. So appreciate it, Jeremy. Thanks for watching.